everybody, welcome back. It's June and I finished with my June challenge and I wanted to post up the results here. Before I go over how things went, I'd like to take just a couple minutes and talk a little bit about my competition. I haven't really addressed them in any of the videos yet, so for my subscribers who maybe aren't familiar with the other guys, just going to try and give you just a sort of quick overview of the other guys and who I'm up against. So, first off, we have over at Kayak Catfish, Johnston. Justin's sort of the ringleader of this thing. He's the mastermind behind this little challenge. So I'll start off with him. Justin's from down in Tennessee, kind of a good old boy, sort of a hillbilly. Fun to listen to him talk, because you got that accent. And he's usually using it to cry about how terrible the fishing is just before he shows you a bunch of trophy fish. So, you know, your typical Justin video will be, let me tell you guys, the fishing was tough. It was rough. I had a terrible day on the water. I couldn't catch a cold. I couldn't get bit if I was in a room full of vampires. I couldn't catch a fish if I was locked in a closet with a pagoda. And then he'll turn around and be like, all I got were these two 20-pound wipers, this big paddlefish I caught on accident, a couple of little 20, 30-pound flathead catfish, and then just this one 50-pound blue cat. I tell you, it was rough. So, if you're in the mood to watch a redneck Matthew McConaughey catch fish from the kayak that are all like bigger than he is, go check out Justin's channel. I got the link on the side. Next up, we have Brats and Mustard. That channel is run by Frank Krzyzanka, I think. So, Frank's Polish. I don't ever know how to pronounce those names, I'm sorry. Too many K's, and I never know what I'm supposed to do with that J. It makes too many different sounds. So, I think it's Krzyzanka. Frank is the only real competition in this challenge. Frank's got some fishing game. You might think with a name like Brats and Mustard for his channel that he's just maybe a quiet, unassuming guy who likes to fish. Don't let him fool you. I'm pretty sure he was special ops, because everything is a mind game with this guy. Everything. You should see him. You should see the post. One day, he's like, oh, you guys, I went out and I caught like 15 different species today just for fun. I didn't bother to bring my camera, so I don't have any footage, so it's not going to be in the challenge post, but boy, I nailed him today. What? Why are you posting that? Last month, he was like, oh, I'm having some camera issues and it's still really cold here and I'm probably not even going to get a put up a day for the May challenge, so I'll just try and catch up. Don't worry if you don't see a video from me. Right. So then he waited till like 2 days before the challenge opportunity was over. He went out on the water in terrible weather, high winds, and in like 45 minutes caught, what, like 5 species. Mind job. Let me tell you, if you ever get an opportunity, do not, under any circumstances, play poker with this guy, because his whole game is to get in your head. Next up, we have over at Cory Corset Cornucopia Corn on the Cob. I don't know. Seriously, I don't know. I can't pronounce it. Look, I'll put his channel name here. It's run by Cory Coates. And you probably think, well, I'll just search Cory Coates. No, forget it. Cory's got one of those names that can be spelled half a dozen different ways, all depending on how high your parents were on the day you were born. So, it's Cory with a K. Anyway, Cory is in this challenge. I'm pretty sure that Justin lost a bet, and that's how Cory got here. Cory's a cat fisherman and does pretty good on some big cats. No business in this challenge whatsoever. Definitely check out his channel, though. It's going to be hilarious watching him month after month try and justify why he can't catch fish. Link on the side. This side. Okay, then we have Steve Sherron over at Adventure Outdoors. Never trust a guy who's got two first names, especially if one of those first names is a chick name, okay? So let's just get that out of the way. The best way to describe Steve is that he is the Tim the Toolman Taylor of kayak fishing. And really, seriously, that's him. He could be straight off that show. He obsesses about being an alpha male and is constantly trying to remind you of it. And as we all know, real alpha males don't have to talk about being alpha males. He's funny, blundering, funny. You know how Tim the Toolman Taylor had the sidekick, Al, that was really the one who knew what he was doing, and that Tim didn't realize that Al was the one that knew what he was doing? Yeah, Steve has that guy too. His name is Mark Patterson, and he's the reason Steve catches anything at all. Good stuff over at his channel, though, so be sure and check out Adventure Outdoors. Stop by, bust on him about the alpha male thing and having a girl's name. Tell him I sent you. Finally, last but not least, we have over at Panfish, Billy Klebaugh. Klebaugh? Billy. Panfish Billy. What can I say about Billy? Billy's like Rain Man, right? He gets to drive the car up and down the driveway on every other Saturday, and he knows it. Billy's another one that's fun to watch talk. He's one of those hand talkers, right? So, you know the type, the constant repeating hand gestures over and over and over every time they have a word come out of their mouth. That's Billy. If Billy would sing the alphabet from start to finish, I'm pretty sure he'd be in the hospital with carpal tunnel. And I don't know what he's doing. I don't know if he's trying to dry off his hands because he just washed them and there's no towel, or if he's doing something to try and hypnotize people, or maybe cast a magic spell while he's talking to you. I don't know. I will say this for him, though. He's somehow made a YouTube career out of not catching fish. This guy has so many subscribers, and every video is like, oop, skunked again. How's that happen? Maybe there is something to that hypnotism hand thing. I don't know. Anyway, thanks for taking the time to listen to me ramble on about some of the competition a little bit. Now let's get to the good stuff and tackle some of the footage here that I got from my June challenge. Alright guys, 6 o'clock on the dot. We're going to start the clock right now. The truth is, kind of a lot happened during this month's challenge. There was the giant bite that I lost. No! But that's going to be a different video of its own. Then there was the storm that chased me off the water. Yeah, I should be going. I should really be going. Ooh, more lightning. Alright, I got a bunch of lightning here. This is where I call it. I don't like the idea of lightning in the kayak, so I'm gonna get my ass in. Just got loaded up. The sky is turning all sorts of funky green. Alright, I don't know if you can see this. This is what's rolling in on me. This is why I need to get off the river. It's pretty to look at. I did manage to catch one fish before that storm rolled in on me, though. Number one. But that's going to be a different video of its own. The rain sort of set me back though, and the next morning I was completely unprepared. I'm running so late this morning. Hustle was the term I used, right? Yeah, still hustling, stupid late. None of my gear was ready because of the storm last night when I got home. So I just had to grab everything. And a mad dash this morning and throw it in my truck. I almost went off without my transducer. I didn't have time to make my power breakfast. That sucks. I did eventually get on the water, and when I did, I picked up a couple of these pretty quickly. Alright, one baitfish bluegill. That's another point. I'm actually going to catch a couple of these, I think. Alright, so I got a couple little bluegills. I'm going to use one for cut bait, for catfish here a little later. And I didn't bring my rig that I rigged up last month for the gar, so I don't have any steel leaders with me because I'm totally unprepared today. But I choose some 50-pound mono. I think it'll work. The gar aren't huge here. So I'm going to go right now and do a little sight casting and see if I can get myself on a gar and get another species point. And with those two little bait fish, my plan almost came together perfectly. Took it. Alright, I wasn't even... Alright, he's running with it. He's running with it. Just let him go. I was sitting here fishing for bait fish, and I just had the gar rod ready just in case, and one swam up right next to me. Pitched it out in front of him. I'm just trying to feed him line now. He's still going. Still going. Oh, and I got something on this one. Oh, I got a cat. We got a double. We got a double. We got a double. I got a gar taking line, and I got a cat over here. Need some wood, I can feel it. Okay, so this is gonna be a trick. Alright. I'm hung up. This is where you earn it right here, boys. Totally wrapped. Alright, the cat did just make a run, so I think he's still on. I'm going to get over here. I want him to get himself loose. I'm going to tie off. Yeah, he's still on there. Maybe he's loose now. Oh, he's loose. Ooh, he didn't want to come in though. That's a sweet sound. Oh. Oh, and I'm almost spooled over here. Alright, I gotta make things happen here. Gotta make things happen. Gotta make things happen. You need to come in now. Come on. Alright, easy, 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 easy. Alright, catfish. He's a nice one. He's not on. Doggone it. So that was still pretty cool. I mean, even if I didn't catch both of them, which would have made it better. After that, though, those gar started giving me serious trouble. Oh, he's trying to take it. He's taking it. He's running with it. He's running with it. All right, you gotta let him run with it. There we go. He's on. Oh, he came off. Oh, man, third one on. Third time's a charm, right? Gotta get this one. Oh, God dang it. That's not gonna work out for me. Oh. He's not hooked. Easy. God dang it. Oh. Oh. This fish is killing me. He was so close to being hooked. He swam into the brush. Oh. Ah, and he was another good one, and finally I just gave up on those things. I did pick up one more species, though. There we go. Alright, so don't have my net, but it'll be alright, because this guy's not so big. Alright. So there's largemouth bass. He's a dink. He's really a dink. But this is actually the second one I caught. I got the first one just within probably 3 minutes when I started trolling that chatterbait, and showed the camera, threw it in the water, camera not turned on. So camera is running now. Yeah, camera's running now. trolling chatterbaits, shallow for bass, the best way to find an active fish that I know of. So that's largemouth bass out of the way. By then it was getting later in the day and I had to make a carefully calculated decision. Well, I got about an hour left on my clock, but my sonar's flaking out on me. I'm out of beer. My wife has pizza waiting at home. Time to go. So there you have it. 4 species. Not fantastic, but it should be good enough to keep any of these other knuckleheads from edging up on me. And I did end up with some other good footage that's going to go into some videos of their own, so keep your eyes peeled for those. Otherwise, thanks for giving me your time and coming along with me this month. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a like. And if you haven't subscribed yet, be sure and do that so you can catch the next videos that are coming up. Until next time, thanks for watching. See here, Justin, even our access points, even the access points require some nonsense to get out at. I don't know what you got going on down there in Tennessee. We got to work up here in Iowa. That's why we have better work ethics, Justin.